Welcome back, everybody, to Ransom the Lab. It's your host. I've yet to introduce myself. Okay, anyways, let's get to the story part of this. I want to keep this episode a bit shorter than normal, so it should last only like 5 to 6 minutes. But, whatever. So, I want to talk about what happened to me recently. Well, like yesterday, so really recently. Here I was in my laboratory, where I currently am, sending RF signals because I bought a very expensive antenna that I haven't used in over 4 months. So I decided to use it. Why not? There I was. I was trying to emit a frequency at 3 gigahertz, which I know is very weird, and I don't know why I did it, but whatever. But I miscalculated the frequency range, and I mistyped that instead of emitting at 3 gigahertz, it emitted at 300 megahertz. And usually, that wouldn't cause any problems at all. But the problem was that in the place I'm living at, the 300 megahertz range is used for military encrypted communication, maritime communication. I don't know. Maritime communication, emergency situations, and some service sector businesses also use it to operate the radios. I didn't know this. All right, I'm very new to radio frequencies and stuff like that. I'm a physics main. Okay, I've done physics for most of my life. But when I did that, I decided to go up, take a swig of water, get to the bathroom, and I come back around 7 minutes later, and the moment that I put on my headphones, I see that on my screen I have received a transmission from somewhere else. So my receiver detected something, and I decided to open it up. I open it up. I'm like, "What's this?" And all of a sudden, I hear a voice through my headphones that said in the language that I'm currently saying in. I'll roughly translate this because I don't even know the language. I use Google Translate for mainly everything. And he basically said, "Please tell me your call sign for amateur radios and professional licensing businesses. Each of them have a call sign given to them." And he proceeded to ask what was my purpose for being on an encrypted channel that I wasn't supposed to emit at because, see, I don't have a license to operate a radio. I've been doing it illegally, technically, because to obtain a Class C, you need to pass an exam, and then you have to go to Class B and Class A, and with each rank, you get a new band in which you can, emit and transmit. So yeah, I didn't know this. So me being the the shocked person I am, I didn't say anything. I was stunned because I thought that I communicated by accident to the military. So I immediately disconnected my antenna, and yeah, it stopped obviously. But then I'm just sitting there, right, wondering where did I connect to? Who received my transmission? So I decided to pull up the geolocations of all military bases. And apparently, there's a military base a kilometer away from me. So they somehow, I have no idea how, they received my transmittance, and then they analyzed it, and then they sent their own response back to me, which confused me because number one, my transmitter goes up to 500 meters. So it's almost double the radius of what I expected. And secondly, oh my god, there is no way I accidentally stumbled upon a military frequency. I mean, yeah, it's quite common, but I never expected the military to respond. And the issue that really, the problem that really scared me was that in my country, where I'm currently staying at, the penalty for operating an unlicensed radio, right, is A, seizure of equipment if it's your first offense. So all of my equipment would have been seized, which is easily over like 30,000 USD. Or two, a penalty fine of up to in the dollar currency up to $150,000. Or third option, which is jail time for 5 years. And I'm just confused. Like, the moment I typed in ChatGPT and asking the question of who responded to me, he immediately told me that I'm stupid and that I shouldn't do that again. Yes, that really scared me. It confused me. A lot of different things happened, a lot of emotions. But yeah, I can safely say so far I haven't received any warning from the government. I mean, I already expect these type of warnings. I run an unlicensed laboratory as well, where I handle radioactive equipment, and like I remember building my own prototype particle accelerator. Trust me, it did not accelerate particles in the way you want it to. It didn't accelerate them to the speed of light and stuff. It mainly just spanned them around at like, I believe my detector was sending signals at what, like 30,000 kilometers per hour. That was pretty cool. But other than that, yeah. So I have already received notices from the government asking me to please stop what you're doing. And I had my equipment seized before, back when I first started out. Oh yeah, that was interesting. So I decided to. This is very stupid of me, by the way. I decided to see. I should preface this better. I'm stuttering. I do apologize. But to preface this, I studied cybersecurity for 9 years, and I really do enjoy it. So I decided to tap into the power grid on where I live, just for funsies, see what I can do. I social engineered one of the employees to, I don't know, click the link and download the specific program, and then it was malware, obviously. So then I got the credentials and I printed out a fake access card. So I went in there, said that my access card lost access. I added myself into their system, and in the end, I managed to get access to where the power grid was. It was insane, I'm gonna be honest. So I didn't do anything. I didn't, turn off the power for the entire city. None of that. All I did was I just walked in. I said, "Wow, interesting." I left and I wrote a report to the electrical company, which is under the government. So they have me on their list now as a potential threat, sadly. But yeah, pretty much. I think that's all for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening to this, if you are listening. I am gonna end this episode at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Alright.